Hey everyone, the Shem here on my last video recording of this recording day. But yeah, this is another discussion video, but it's on another topic which is again anime. And if you haven't seen the last video, which was Food Wars, which I made a discussion on, I guess I suggest you check it out because I talked some stuff about it and what I love about it. But there's one thing that I forgot to mention it, and it's another thing that I loved about Food Wars was the the openings and the endings. Like the soundtrack of it were great, and I still listen to them to this day. I vibe to those openings, and yeah. But today we're gonna talk about Doctor Stone, another anime that I really enjoyed and am enjoying right now, since it's part of the winter anime showcases of these months, and I'm gonna talk more about it. So a little synopsis about Doctor Stone is basically, well, it starts off with humanity obviously living its own life day to day. There's obviously people shopping, or there's people just working like how they normally do. People going to school. But then, out of a mystery, there is like a green mist that covers around the world. And the thing that it does is once it passes and covers the whole world, everyone that inhabited, which were the humans and I think possibly animals also, they all got turned into stone. And that's where the basis of this anime starts off, where basically everyone in the world becomes a stone figure, and basically a lot of years pass to like the year 3000 and such, until the main character, which is Senku, which is shown right here in the picture. He goes on to using his thinking that he has with science and everything else, with trying to figure out how to truly comprehend the like how and who created everyone in the stone and such, while also trying to revive everyone that he holds dear, as long as everyone else in the world. That's his ideal. But obviously there's gonna be challenges that are gonna be upon Senku. But I suggest that y'all all watch the anime, because I don't want to spoil it for everyone that's probably watching it like right now at this point, or or the people that have watched already the anime all to the point of this second season. Y'all understand, yeah. Just one. But yeah, I actually find it very interesting on the fact of how Senku goes on living his life in a new reversion of the Stone World, which is basically the primitive times, where he goes on making inventions just to surpass and survive and live through another day. Whether it is finding like an instrument to help you hunt food, or just by using your knowledge to identify what food is edible and which one isn't edible, and what components we can that they can use in order to create something. Like, I'm obviously gonna explain some examples, like one being um, soap, which they call the Dr. Stone, where that's where the name comes from, and another one is ramen. But I'm gonna show you all a clip of basically he making the ramen, and just how the people's reaction feel, like just like almost like Food Wars, like they have that same expression of delightfulness. Whereas for Senku, it's another different story. And here's the clip.
俺も実食といくか。
Okay, so after watching the clip, it was very hilarious. Like to me when I first saw it, that oh wow, like he actually made something that basically you can't see it in that time era, which would be the Stone World. You can't see it, but yet even though he surpassed his limits, and with every knowledge that he had in his mind through reading books and just learning from stuff wherever he went, it was interesting how he went and thinking and making something that you wouldn't see in a time era, along with other things that he also makes. But that's in further seasons to come, or as the season is currently running right now in season two. Okay. But another thing that I really liked about this anime would have to be its comedic moments also, because yes, Senku may be the smartest guy in in that area now, because he basically his life restarted back again from zero back in the primitive era, but yet he still has the knowledge. And yes, he has those moments where he acts all silly and stuff, but that's what makes him like an enjoyable character to have in an anime. And obviously, going and back to going to the season one, just to not to spoil for everyone else that's probably currently watching it right now, or is going to watch it, or anything else. But there was a scene. There's a scene that really got me laughing so hard, and it was obviously like the process of him reviving someone that he knew was their friend. But I'm gonna just show you the clip, and you'll understand why I started laughing so hard at this. But here's the clip. Hold on, Senku, she's naked! Don't look at her! We gotta wait! We can't wake her up like this!
Situation. There's absolutely nobody around to give a damn if your butt's showing, or even if your dick's hanging out.
Yuzuriha does not have a dick!
You're missing the point, you idiot!
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious when he was like, obviously they're not gonna have clothes on because of the material is gonna deteriorate for a lot of time. Because come on, like if you're saying from right now, if we were turning to stone, these clothes wouldn't have been around for 1,000 years preserved under that stone material. It would probably like disintegrate by the time we were to be released. But yeah, it's just funny how they go with the dialogue with this when reviving someone. But on the other hand, the people or the characters that I found enjoyable and are my favorite throughout this anime, it would have to be obviously Senku, but also his tag team partner, which you'll see later in the anime if you haven't watched it, or if you watched it, you know who I'm talking about, which is Chrome, which is another science user, which I like his development throughout the anime, as well as Senku's dad, which is called Byakuya. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. How I explain it, but yeah, like I really enjoyed his character throughout the anime. Also, on the reason that basically like his role was that he wanted to give everything that he also had. He went out of his way to give these gifts to his son because of the stuff that happens. And you'll see in the anime like the things he does, which were very dear, and I just love that about him, being that he went out of his way to help his son now, even in a catastrophe such as this, as a stone turning everyone to stone. But yeah, overall, like my rating for this anime, it would also have to be, huh? Not sure yet, But in the terms of everything, I would give it a 9, not a full 10, based on, or more to say, I would give it an 8 because of the fact that it has very complicated yet interesting facts when it comes to inventions that Senku makes around along the anime, and just like everything else that that happens in the anime is great. But since it's still running and it's still not over, I'm giving it an A because I feel like there's gonna be hidden things along the way that I'm probably not gonna expect. But I just love it, as well as the openings. Also, the openings and the endings are also great. And I'm gonna just demonstrate a little bit of, or no, not demonstrate, but I suggest that you check out also the openings if you don't want to watch the anime. Just check out the openings and just how it harmonizes with the anime. But yeah, but there are also other animes out there that follow with this concept of showing their viewers educational stuff. Like there's another one called Cells at Work. I don't know if any of you have heard about it or watched it, but I also like that anime based on the fact that it, like, not say it just shows, but it explains in depth how the body works and just like what happens, but in anime sense, not in reality. That's what's happening in our bodies, that we have little anime characters inside our body working and fighting off stuff. But yeah, I also suggest watching that along with Doctor Stone because they're both informative animes, and those are parts that make it interesting, along with comedic values and characters that just make it so lovable and just an awesome time to watch. But yeah, but let me know what you all think. Have you guys watched Doctor Stone or Cells at Work or other informative ones? If so, let me know in the comments which other ones. But also let me know what other anime I should try to cover based on how I am going with the fact of what I enjoy about it or not. Your choices. But yeah, um, I'll see you all in the next one. Laters.